Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's question has 3 answers, and the third answer is a secret that you're going to want to stick around for, because I'm going to explain to you that the one thing that makes the biggest difference between the winners and losers when it comes to publishing on Kindle. So let's get into it. The question that was sent in to me today was, how much can you make self-publishing on Kindle? And this is a very common question because when you're considering getting started on Kindle, you have visions. You've written a book, you're an author, you haven't published the book yet, but you're wondering, well, is it even worth my effort? Will I be able to get this bestseller badge on Amazon? We've seen them around, and have that feeling associated with, yes, I've actually achieved something here. I've created something into the world that people wish to buy. And a lot of people, or at least enough people, perhaps to get that bestseller badge that we see so often on Amazon with the best-selling books. But we want to know, is that something that we can actually achieve? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to be answering today. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com. Click the subscribe button if you would like for me to make more videos like this one. And check out my absolutely free self-publishing checklist below in the description if you would like to make sure you're not making the common mistakes that so many, maybe the majority of Kindle publishers make on a regular basis. So let me get a little bit into my own personal story on this one. When I first started publishing, I wanted to come out with a Kindle book. I had some ideas about goal achievement and a number of other topics that I thought, wait, I have something to share with the world. This would make a wonderful book to come on. I'm sure people would want to buy it. And so I put together the book. I was writing 1,000 words a day until I had completed the book's length that I wanted to do. I ordered a cover and went back and forth on that. I worked on the formatting and made lots of mistakes there. I finally got the book onto the market, and what exactly happened was I was selling 1 copy a week on the Kindle book, which made me only $2 a week. And so I realized something was wrong. Maybe it wasn't all it was supposed to be with regards to Kindle books. Maybe there was more to this story that I simply was not aware of. And that was something that started to demotivate me. The problem, though, was that I was actually breaking all of the rules that are necessary to succeed at Kindle self-publishing. I was just going rule by rule and breaking it. I was not choosing the right market. I was not optimizing my book. And then I wasn't marketing the book. And the failure to do these things was resulting in the book not making as many sales as it definitely could have made in those early days when it hit the market. But nobody told me about that until after I had taken some courses that showed me how to go about step by step fixing these different problems that caused the book not to sell at all. And after a period of time, and I put some more books on the market as well, and learning the tricks, I suddenly got that coveted bestseller badge on one of my books, and it stayed there for weeks. And it was on the same topic, because you've got to keep in mind some people choose categories that are unrelated, but on the category that was related to the book itself, it was amazing watching hundreds and hundreds of copies of this book sell, for which since then it's been thousands of copies of this particular book on helping people sleep better, for example. And so I realized suddenly that, yes, this dream is possible, and the feeling associated with getting that badge on there so that you could see that, hey, I've put something into the world that people want to buy. So let's get into today's answers. So the first answer is, if you price your book between $2.99 and $9.99, you can expect to see a 70% profit come from that book. You'll get royalties of 70%, which is fantastic. And this is Amazon's way of saying they believe they will make the most money if your book is priced in that range. Sometimes people come out with books and decide to put it at $20 or $30 a book because maybe their paper books are so expensive. But this is a terrible idea. We want to play the game by the rules that are established, and Amazon is clearly signaling we will give you more money to take home if you price it in that range. Outside of that range, your your royalties drop below 30%. 30% around that range, I think it is. So if you price it cheaper or more expensive, there are exceptions to this rule, like dealing with countdown days. If you're registered in KDP Select, you can set the book to be counting down the prices and price drops. That will still give you the 70%. But for the most part, in terms of pricing outside of this range, that's always a terrible idea. And so you won't be making as much money as you perhaps would otherwise regarding self-publishing on Kindle. The second answer is, of the authors on Amazon, 3% of those authors earn $10,000 a year. And half of those authors, actually more than half of those authors, are actually traditional authors. So of the self-published authors, we're talking less than 1.5% are making $10,000 a year off of their Kindle books that they've put on Amazon, which is absolutely terrible results of the 300,000 self-published authors that are out there. And today's secret answer of the day, our third answer and our secret answer of the day, is that most authors fail when it comes to making money off of self-publishing on Kindle, because there are three main failure points. I mentioned them a little earlier if you caught them. The first one is they simply are not choosing the right market. We need to put books into markets where people are hungry. I use a program called KDSpy, which you can find my affiliate link below in the description, in order to ensure that I'm producing books in markets where people are hungry to buy books. The second thing is that they don't optimize their books. Your covers are lousy. Your descriptions are awful. The title of your book does not give a good sales proposition as to what exact value they can expect. And you're not matching the right keywords to it so that people can quickly do a search in Amazon and find your book, because you've got the right keywords registered, the description, they see the cover, it pulls them in to look at the title pulls them in to read the description, and before you know it, maybe they even click the look through to see your table of contents. Everything is engineered specifically to make sales on that book so that they will buy the book, and then you put out more books, and each of the books has a certain percentage number that will sell on a daily basis, and based upon that, we can start building up the money that's coming in on a regular basis in order to beat that 3% earning $10,000 or more a year, which is crazy low, so that most authors are literally making absolutely nothing on Amazon, or perhaps even worse, with their Kindle books losing money. They're not even making back the money they invested in the cover and the formatting. So this is something you're definitely going to want to consider in order to avoid the pain that is associated with getting your book on the market and just not seeing any sales at all. And that's really what this channel is about, is trying to keep things as easy as possible, but at the same time optimizing your books and making sure you're writing books for readers who wish to read those books. So are you part of the 3%? Have you managed to make $10,000 a year on your books? If so, write yes below in the comments, and if not, write no below in the comments. I really want to hear, because I'm not sure how many of you have done that. Have you gotten the bestseller badge on one of your books? Maybe you haven't. If you wondered why, go ahead and ask me below, and check up above me here for more video answers to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.